Sven does not want to go into this time zone
No.
because this is the thing with Sven that you should be with this GPM, you should be getting 6 slotted, not necessarily with like travel boots and whatnot. Like
Mm.
you should have blink, treads, SNY, dataless, BKB, and another small item by 35 minutes, right?
Yeah, and you know what I
So,
went the way. Oh, go ahead.
so that's what your peak is. That's where Sven peaks out. Actually, Sven starts peaking when he has Daedalus, and that's why I said that. That's why I say like just start taking fights at that time because
Mhm.
BKB doesn't actually offer that much towards a farming speed or damage or anything like that. It just lets you survive a bit more in battle, but then again, when you're blinking in the back lines and starting to clear them out, then BKB is actually not doing anything for you. So after Daedalus, it's just downhill for you. So that's when you want to start looking for team fights. You want to get a team fight, and you want to get towers. You want to get Raxes, and you want to start ending the game. And BKB is
Okay.
just going to help you a little bit towards ending the game. But if they manage to survive that, and if they manage to delay the game to 50 minutes or so, in such that all of
Huh.
them have 4 or 5 items. Like, look, Timber is 6 slotted, Phoenix is 6 slotted, kind of 5 slotted at least. She's got an Axe, which she should never have. In a Sven game, Luna's 7 slotted. Probably she probably ate a Moonshard as well. Windrunner is 5 slotted with double level 2 booster travels. Ricky's got so. Point being that everybody's farmed at this point, and then it becomes hard for Sven to deal with. Like Sven wants to jump in, and within the 2 seconds of the stun, he wants to kill whichever person he jumps on. But right now, at 1 hour 5 minutes, looking at their items, he can't actually do that.
Yeah, it looks
So,
like the only one I could maybe do it to is Wind Ranger if she didn't get off her wind run. Maybe. What do you
if
think?
well, you had MKB, but if you want to
Oh,
watch
right, right.
this, if you want to have a quick go at this replay, we
Sure. I
can.
don't know how I would have. Maybe
We're
you could
gonna,
tell me where I could have been more aggressive and ended it or something. You can see
yeah,
my GPM and XPM was really good. My
yeah.
XPM fell off because we were losing
Well,
at the end.
the thing is, your high GPM at an hour long game doesn't really. If you have 800 GPM at 1 hour game long, then you probably not going to win that game
Yeah.
because what are you going to make with that much gold after six
Oh,
slots?
I
You
see.
still got to
So I just
keep
kept
blink.
farming more than I should have, and I could have.
Yeah, I mean, you can try to swap out that blink with echoes with the
Radiant's mid tower's coming
um
apart.
Well, so you wouldn't have
the
even.
invis item, Silver Edge. You can maybe swap out the blink dagger with the Silver Edge for the initiation or the escape or whatever. But you can't really do much towards your item progression after that. So you really wanna.
Top tower.
That's
How about that?
that's what your timer is. But you've gotten that part down that you know how good Sven can farm, how well Sven can farm. So now you want to work towards ending the game. Okay, so 25 minutes in, this game your farm has been a bit slow.
Yeah.
You should have 25 minutes in, you should have you know
Two towers in bad shape.
Wind Ranger was
Okay,
really good, and I think that's the reason why I finally went to Lincoln's, because she just seemed to find me every time.
we can look back on that because if you recall, she should not be able to shackle you because you're only going in after she shackles
Right.
somebody else.
Right.
So let's see this one engagement. Let's see what happens. Okay, so you do show yourself to Windrunner right now.
I was watching for it, so I was kind of watching the angle there, but I mean, I could have been shackled anywhere in that narrow way,
Yeah.
I guess. This is kind of a YOLO. See,
Popping
I
too
get
early.
stupid.
Yeah, you need to not go YOLO.
Did we have a session since this time?
Think so. I think this is after our sessions.
It is after. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think so. I'm not sure though.
think it is too. I played a
I
lot of
think so.
games.
Yeah, I think this is after our session, but you are at the top of the net worth of your team, and you went in and YOLO'd, so you can't do that. You can YOLO if you're like middle net worth of your team at least. Not as especially not as Sven. Also, as we mentioned, like your item progression, I think your farm did lack is lacking. You have died 3 times. That's not that big a deal, but your farm is lacking this game, definitely. And if you like, I don't want to go through the entire replay to see where you were inefficient with your farm. I think
I
if
think I
you
got shut down on lane maybe like really hard.
yeah,
Can
but the
you
ancient stacking could have should have kept you
Right, I
fine.
think, and like this last game that I played, the most
You want
recent
to
one
watch
that I
the
won
laning
that I was telling you
phase?
about, like I actually did get shut down on lane for
You
kinda,
want
and I came back really well. I just stacked like crazy and had them ward it, but in this one, warded or not, I think Luna just kept coming with her friends and taking it, and I wasn't, and for some reason we
Yeah, I
weren't
mean
able to.
that's I was actually about to tell you the previous games, but I thought at 2.5k that's not going to happen that much.
Radio
Somebody's actually going to contest your farm, especially because people don't normally pick heroes that can take ancients. But if you don't have wards
had
here,
to happen.
and if they have wards here or vision here, and if they have heroes who can take your farm, so the heroes who can take Sven's
What's with
stacks
all the
are
scribbling?
Anti-Mage with Battle Fury, Tide Hunter,
Jug with Battle
Axe.
Fury. Yeah, Axe.
The Jug's not gonna make Battle Fury in your bracket. I highly doubt that.
Actually, he does
Yeah.
almost every game.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, but they
The
do.
Gyrocopter, if you have one, Luna obviously very easily. PA if she makes Battle Fury, Ursa sort of is not gonna try to, but sort of. Troll Warlord sort of. Terrorblade sort of. TA easily if it's a decent TA even. Not even like a very good TA, just a decent TA. She can take it. Invoker can sometimes take it. I actually never mind. Not in your bracket, definitely no. Yeah. So these are a couple of heroes that you definitely want to watch out when you're stacking. And whenever you're stacking, especially if you've got a friend with you, just tell them to ward up. You want to have a ward, or you want to have a ward.
You know what? I realized what happened here. This is a tri lane, and I was kind of excited about it, but also worried because a lot of times they steal too much experience. These two
Yeah,
almost never left the lane. I was like
yeah,
level 3. I was level 3 when at like way too far into the game.
yeah. You don't want to try lane in this bracket because
I didn't ask them
even all the
to,
way up till
but
believe me, 4K even lower 4K don't know how to try lane. Anyway, if you when you are stacking, when you do start stacking, ask your support to put a ward up here. If your support doesn't do that, then you need to put either a ward up here. Okay, so let me tell you which wards are okay for you to start to stack and take the stacks. A ward here, a ward here, a ward. Basically, you want to see if somebody's coming in from this area. And you also want to see if somebody's taking your stacks, and you want to contest it preferably. And you want to let me see if I can press Alt, not like this. Let me see. Okay, all right. You want to put a sentry ward down here, right here, and you want to have an observer here, just so that you can deward the camp if somebody has placed a sentry here. If you are playing against Sven and you want to block this camp, put it in here, this right here, this spot. What the good thing about this is that they can't just deward it with a sentry here. They have to have a high ground ward here.
okay.
Right, this is like hidden behind the trees.
Makes
And
sense.
similarly over here, you preferably you want to put a high ground ward here. This is a much easier. Either here or here or here. Either of these areas before you go in to take the camps or stack the camps or whatever. You want to have vision here all the time as Sven, because you want to see if somebody's coming in when you're taking stacks. You want to see if somebody's taking your stacks or attempting to take your stacks. And to deward, I always like the sentry right here. This sentry. over here because you can also see the high ground ward. If they place the high ground ward to keep an eye out on you, you can put a sentry here and deward this. And if you want to block this camp, now this is a bit tricky one. If you want to block this camp, then you want to smoke in and go and put the ward right here. Either that or just
You can
right
put it in that
this
top right corner too, I believe. But
yeah, I know, but you have to clear out. I think I'm not sure. I haven't actually done that. But what I usually do is I just place it in this corner, and usually it takes them 2 sentries to deward this because normally they'll either place a sentry way up here or here, and they'll kind of miss that sometimes. But you do want to ward up against Sven, and you want to make sure you have free. It's not blocked for you when you are Sven, because that's half your net worth, stacking and taking those stacks. Against the tri lane, you don't have much because you do have a tri lane, and let's look at the level differences. Hero level, right? So Timbersaw is level 3, and you are level 3. So basically, you tri lane. The point of the tri lane is that you shut down the enemy offlaner, but the enemy offlaner in this case is the same level as you. So you definitely this is not working out for you guys. So
no. Plus, they didn't succeed at zoning them out, which I think is crazy.
They didn't even
and then
try
on
to
the other
zone out.
hand, I also what was I gonna say? When Timber came down and just disrupted the wave, or the supports tried to right click him when they were near the wave, like the wave got out of control and just pushed, so I cleaved it just to get it done with.
Yeah, no, I actually
it's just a shitty lane.
No, that's the right thing to do. That you just because if they're not, most likely they're not going to be able to zone him out. So that's pushing out the wave. You want to start maximizing your farm, so you just keep pushing out the wave and just keep taking the jungle farm. That's the best thing you can do. Nothing you can do here. That's fine. 3-man rotation from I don't even know which lane. Yeah, nothing you can do. That's fine. It's tough.
I was trying pretty hard, and both these supports were really nice, and they were trying their best, but
yeah, if you ask them, you don't need to be in this lane, go and help the off lane or something like that. Or what's it called? Jakiro can maybe roam to mid, or whatever. If they don't listen, then they're not gonna know that you're not supposed to push out the wave. They're not gonna tilt by that. So you can just keep pushing out the wave and take the farm, take the jungle farm. What?
Oh, I think I accidentally died here, like a freaking. No, never mind. Oh no.
Yeah, you died to creep.
I got to the point where I was like, I'm not going to get away from this if I run, and I was like, oh god, I got to finish it. And then I've never done that before.
Okay, well.
Catastrophe, but.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, I know. Well, you think easy camp, and I thought, well, with my Warcry, I think I hit Warcry. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you had level. Yeah, you have level 1 Warcry. I think, or maybe at that point your Warcry was finished or something. But Timber does destroy Sven, to be very honest with you. Timber is one of the better counters against Sven because Timber has a lot of armor, and Sven is a strength hero, so his first ability, Whirling Death, it actually reduces 15% of Sven's stats, which basically means that you immediately are playing at 15% less health. So every damage that you take while the Whirling Death, I think is 15 seconds, 12 or 15 seconds, or is it? 14 seconds. So for that 14 seconds, you're actually playing with 15% less health, and less damage, and less,
speed.
Not speed. Less, just the stats. 15% less stats. So less health, less health regen, less mana regen, less agility, and less armor.
Well, agility is armor, right?
Yeah. So not ideal for you. And then obviously you're level 4 and he's level 6, so that's not helping. Jungling, maybe even completely retired to the jungle. That might not be a bad idea. when you are having this type of lane, but let's just not talk about it. I think.
Yeah.
Why did you choose to go Echo Saber? Because I see that
I
you
only did it in
just
like 1 or 2 games out of like the last 13 or
okay, so
something.
you were just experimenting.
Yeah, kinda. And I think it was after that point. It might have been before, where you were like, yeah, let's just stick to the one build.
No, because especially this
I was
game.
kind of thinking with the Phoenix and like Wind Ranger trying to kill him quick, but
Well, I don't know if
like
it's
take
better to have SNY against Phoenix or Echo Saber. It might be a little bit of an experiment, but you definitely need SNY against Ricky Smoke Cloud to get away from him. That's a big slow against Timbersaw. He's got a big slow against what's it called? Phoenix. She slows a little bit. So I think this was definitely a SNY game anyway. But it's not a big mistake. It's not a huge item choice mistake. Crusader should have been fine, but I think it's just the delay. You took too long, and I think you should rewatch this video yourself.
Okay.
The early game, early bits of it, definitely, and see how you could have maybe farmed a bit faster, or got that like where did why is your farm slow? You know, why did you not have those items up earlier?
Yeah.
You went BKB before Daedalus?
Yeah,
you
I
went
was
BKB.
asking you about that. Like, I don't know. I think I just was getting blown up so bad that I decided to do that, but it was probably just because of my lack of farm and trying to take fights, and I don't know, it was a messy game. Like, I think I was just afraid that if I didn't get it, we were gonna get kind of rolled.
You guys don't have an initiator on this game.
Yeah, looks like we don't.
And they have all okay. So 1, 2, 3 for each one of them. BKB is good again. So to be honest, that was actually a good decision. It's a very very good decision on your part. But did you if you played okay, let's just watch this team for what happened.
You know, I kept going in before, before Wind Ranger would shackle. I think she was pretty patient.
Okay.
This is one of those cases where I'm like, I know I shouldn't be out here. I'm gonna finish this wave and
Yeah.
then get out. See, I want to get
Oh,
out.
there you go. Yeah.
I take these risks sometimes with like, if I'm really, I probably could have gotten away from this if I had. I remember thinking I could have gotten away from that for some reason, but I don't remember.
No, you can't get away. You don't get away from that. It was just a risky place to be, I think.
Sometimes when I feel like I'm panicking to get bigger faster, and like I take that risk, but then you know.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna take you a while to know when it is risky and when it's not. But I think in the lower brackets, it's always risky because you do have this ward, but there's not a lot of vision, and map awareness means that you have this many wards and you see one person here, but you don't see anybody else. So map awareness is knowing that, okay, where could they all be at this point in time? You know, so that, believe me, it takes so long to get that. It's, you know, you need to obviously take these risks to find out, but it's important to learn from these risks. You know, but maybe don't take those risks in this bracket at all. Just play safe. I think playing safe is more important than taking those risks, because the little gold you do get out of this, you know, those risks, it's high risk, very low reward these days.
Okay.
So yeah, just try to avoid them.
All right.
And the Luna is really heavily farmed. She's toe to toe with you.
Yeah. Toe to toe makes it 50 minutes. I'm in trouble.
Absolutely. I know it's also it just took you that long to get your farm up to that you know, that level. These items you know for a fact that you should have these items by maybe 30 minutes. Yeah, at the most 30 minutes mark. So, and you've done that in the past. Like, I've seen your games, you've had those had these items.
Oh God, I had everything there except maybe but the S and Y, Daedalus, HOD, Blink at like 23 minutes one time. I mean, like.
I mean,
25
the
minutes.
play style that I showed you, it works with SNY, not Echo Saber. Echo Saber is a slightly different play style in that you want to take fights a lot earlier. You want to take fights. If you want to make Echo Saber, then that means that you have a TP ready all the time. You have a Blink, Echo Saber, Hood of and Hood. No, not Hood. What's it called? Helm of Dominator.
Or what?
And,
oh yeah.
and you're ready to TP in every single time, because it makes you a little bit tanky, but it's just a double hit that helps you blow up people really quickly. So, but I haven't gone over you with that playstyle, so I think first you want to become an expert with the other playstyle. Once you know that, then you want to start experimenting on your own.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, like, usually it's my supports and offlaners more than anything else, but once they see me with SNY, they're like, Sven, you got to get an Echo Saber, or why did you get SNY? That's bad now.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I'm like, okay, guys, just bear with me. It's actually really good. Just
Yeah. Do you ever see hoods being built in your bracket?
Hoods? What do you mean?
Hood of Defiance, the magic resist item.
Not so much. I see like Eternal Envy do it a lot on like Spectre, and he was doing it anyway. Like
No. I mean your bracket. Your bracket.
And my bracket? No, I'm saying no. I don't.
Or pipe?
Not on a carry.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is what I mean. Like, people in lower brackets underestimate a lot of items, or overestimate other items. Like, overestimate Echo Saber in this case, and heavily underestimate SNY and or Hood of Defiance and mechanisms, and these items. These items are not generally built in lower brackets because people don't really understand what these items are meant to do, and it doesn't really fit the playstyle that people play with, because nobody is farming with the efficiency that you can farm at now. But that only, like, SNY helps with that, not Echo Saber. So anyway, I'm gonna
jump out in a jug game.
Yeah, I'm gonna end this, and now we're gonna start and I will join this